92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Are you absolutely terrible at dating? Then go ahead and email us, brookeandjubal@moving925.com. We'll do a second date update for you. Again, if you go out with someone and they don't call you back, we'll call and ask them why. We've got Alexa on the phone right now. Alexa, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Pretty good. You emailed us about a dude named Jeremy. Tell us about him.
Yeah, Jeremy. Well, we met a couple months ago. We were both on a Habitat for Humanity project.
Cute.
Yeah, and I noticed him right away. He's super cute, and I figure people that are doing that kind of
Boring?
No,
Super
Jubal.
boring?
No, they're
Yeah.
excited
Care
and do
about
good
other people.
All right,
things.
anyway, so you met him there, and then what happened?
I met him there, and got to know each other a little bit. He seemed nice, and kind of got the vibe that he was interested. So I actually asked him out.
Okay.
He was talking one day about football, and I don't know anything about football, and he's obsessed. He loves it.
All right.
So
Okay.
I kind of was let's go watch a game sometime, and I'll learn about it, And it
First
was
of
kind
all, it's called a football match, and
That is not true.
and they play it
Jubal.
on a football court. So that's what you should have said. Okay.
So did you guys go watch football?
We totally watched football. We went to this sports bar kind of place and watched games and had beers, and it was really nice.
Okay.
How'd the date end?
Well, it just kind of petered out, honestly. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It was just I felt his vibe changed as we went through it, and it kind of started to seem depressed.
Did his team lose?
Yeah, but
Because-
I didn't.
Did he seem upset after he lost? He didn't want to be there, or what happened?
Yeah, kind of. But I also just felt even before that, his attention to me had kind of
Okay.
gone away.
All right.
I don't know what happened, but I really liked him and I'm really attracted to him, and I felt that way from him both when we were working on the project for Habitat together and also at the bar that day. It was going really well.
Have you tried to call him?
I sent him a text after the date being hey, that was so much fun, we should do it again.
How long ago was that?
That was 3 weeks ago.
Oh, that's a long time.
Okay. All right. We'll try to call him after this, see if he answers the phone, and ask him why he hasn't called you back.
Okay, yeah.
Are you nervous?
A little. I mean, I really liked him, and I felt even kind of lame asking for help, but I don't want to seem desperate, and I just want to know what happened.
Okay. All right. We'll call him right after this. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Okay, Alexa is on the phone with us right now. She went on a date with a dude named Jeremy to watch football because he's a big football fan. She didn't know anything about it. And you're ready to call him and ask him why he didn't get back to you, right, Alexa?
Yes.
All right. Did you try to talk football with him?
A little bit. As I said, I don't really know a lot about it. I mean, my dad was a huge football fan. but-
Right. Okay.
And she didn't fake it. I mean, he knew that she was a football virgin.
Yeah, and that's okay. The annoying part is when a girl doesn't know and then tries to talk sports with you, and you're like, okay, you don't know what you're talking about. Would you please stop trying to be a guy's girl? So you did the right thing. I'm just wondering. All right, we'll call him right now and see if we can get him on the phone, okay?
Okay.
And you can go ahead and jump in anytime you want to talk to him.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Jeremy, please?
Yeah, this is he.
What's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5.
You serious?
Yeah, what's up? How you doing?
Good. What's up, man?
Oh, he's excited.
Calling you because I wanted to ask you a question about a mutual friend we have, a girl named Alexa.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? You went out on a date with her, watched football, kind of hung out for a little while.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't called her back since your date, and we were calling you to ask why.
Why do you guys need to know?
That is an excellent question, Jeremy. Very good question.
She wants to know because she's wondering if she did something wrong. It's a segment we do on the show called Second Date Update, where if you go out on a date with someone and then they kind of blow you off, they email us to get a hold of that person.
Okay.
And the way she described it, you guys had a lot of fun on your date.
Yeah, I mean, she's a really nice person, and we went out, and it didn't click, you
All right.
know?
Any particular thing that she did that turned you off?
I mean, if if I'm being honest, okay. So it's stupid, but she didn't know too much about football, and I just didn't feel the click, you know.
So just a turn off to you that she didn't know much about football?
I mean, it was kind of cool that she didn't know too much about football. You know, that she wanted to go to this bar and learn a little bit, but she was a Bears fan. I mean,
What?
Yeah.
She was a Bears fan?
Are you not a Bears fan?
No, come on, Hawks, man.
Yeah.
But, I mean, not just like an annoying Bears, like, you know when somebody doesn't know what they're talking about, but they still root for it anyway?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Are you serious? Are you serious?
Jeremy, that's Alexa.
This is Alexa. This is Alexa. I'm listening.
Alexa's on the phone with us right now, Jeremy.
Are you kidding me because of a team? Because I grew up in Chicago? Are you kidding? That's insane. Is that really?
Okay.
Like, who doesn't like the Bears? Like, the Bears are like the most lovable, like, great team ever.
Alexa,
Yeah, right.
you said yourself that you don't know anything or care really about football, so how can you even be a fan?
I grew up there. My dad was a big Bears fan, so, like, I love the Bears. Like, that's where I grew up. That's where I'm from. You can't hold that against me. Are you kidding?
I think that's rational. I mean, that's her hometown, dude. It's like hometown
Yeah, but
pride.
why even care about the team?
Why do you worry about what she's caring about? Why does he even care that she likes the Bears? Jeremy.
Yeah.
Really over a team?
Look, there's just, you know, when you go out on a date and you know that there's that one thing, you know you can never have a meaningful relationship with that person.
Whoa, okay.
Such a nice time. You were like touching
Again,
my
there's
hand.
nothing wrong with Alexa except the Bears thing.
Jeremy,
I'm not going to go and, I mean, look, that's what I do with my buddies. We go, we watch
Oh,
football.
you do with your buddies
we
and you
love
root for the Seahawks because you love the Seahawks so much. Have they ever won the Super Bowl?
I thought Alexa, I thought you didn't know anything about football. Like now you're bringing up Super Bowls.
They've never won the Super Bowl. I know that for a fact.
Okay,
Wow.
Alexa, were you playing like you didn't know anything about football? Because from your reaction about the team and everything else, it sounds like you actually know some things about football.
Not that much. I mean, some. I wasn't like faking it to be like all girly so he'd like me. Like I want to learn more. Like I mean, I knew the Bears. Like I knew the Bears from when I was a kid. I knew the Bears like that my dad loved. I think it's so crazy that we like connected and we potentially could have had a really nice time. And because of me being from Chicago, that's like the deal killer. Come on.
See, football is important to me. I know it sounds stupid, but that's what I like. You know, that's what I do, and it's something like I share it with my friends. I'd like to share with the woman I.
Don't you think it'd be nice to have something of your own? Like I hate basketball. My husband loves it. He can have that.
I don't care about it. It's like an emotional thing from growing up. Anyway, whatever. This is moot because I think you're kind of a jerk.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Jeremy, let me ask you this. Like, okay, I'm a huge Lakers fan because I grew up in LA and I love the team. If I met a girl who was a Celtics fan, who was our number one rival, I would actually be okay with that because then we could talk trash. You know what I mean? Like, I would enjoy that. So you can't see that side of it where it might be kind of fun?
I get what you're saying. Like, you can have your own things, but Sunday is the day. Like, that's...
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I don't know.
So you want somebody that roots for your team. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's your reason.
To most people, Sunday is a sacred church day, but to Jeremy, it's all about football.
It's
the
all
church
sacred.
of football.
It's a church of football, yeah. As we do in all the second date updates, we'll offer you two another date if you'd like to go out. We'll pay for it.
Oh.
I don't think she wants
Well, I would consider it, but only if he would wear a Bears jersey.
Oh, wow. Sacrilegious.
Jeremy?
I mean, come on, man.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Welcome back to the timeless love story, Rompless in Seattle.
I love this movie.
Starring Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, two star-crossed lovers. Sorry, this doesn't sound right.
It doesn't.
Why?
Can you just stop the music? Can you stop it? Sorry.
What's going
I messed up. It just didn't feel good. Let me try it again, okay?
Okay.
Welcome back, kittens.
What?
Whoa.
To Rompless in Seattle. Starring Tom Wanks
Oh, Tom Wanks.
and Meg Ryder.
Oh,
Hey, all right.
Wow.
This
If you're
is
under 18, tune away
Yeah.
right now.
This is the story that everybody wanted to hear. Oh, okay, you know what? Cut the music again.
Oh,
It's not
I like
working.
that one too.
It's not working. I'm
Dude.
just gonna recap normal, okay?
Oh, okay.
I can't.
People were really into that one.
Well,
I liked it.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll do an X-rated version of the show later. But
Okay.
if you're just tuning in, one of our listeners, Jen, showed up 20 minutes late to her date with a guy named Tim. Shortly after that, she found out he was a mechanic and asked him to take a look at her car, which was apparently having issues. And Tim, being a nice guy, actually did. And she's worried it may have killed the vibe of the date.
Yeah.
Because now he's ghosting her.
Right.
And not in the Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore kind of
The
way.
hot way.
No, just the normal sad way. So she needs our help. Jen, did we miss anything with your date there?
No, he's just like, he's a really nice guy and I want to date him.
So wait,
Aw,
that's sweet. It is
cute.
sweet. I don't know that we asked. Have you tried to contact him? Like text or
Yeah. Yeah, I've reached out and he hasn't really responded.
Did you when you texted him, was it all about your car or were you asking him to see you again?
I might have mentioned it, but I didn't ask him to do anything, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Me and my car miss you.
Yeah. Well, let's just give Tim a call and we'll not talk about car stuff. We're just going to focus on getting you another date. You ready to do this?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, I'm looking to speak with a guy named Tim.
this is Tim.
Are you
Are you-
asleep?
You
Tim?
okay?
Are you a small mouse?
How come there's several people on this call? What is this?
Oh,
We're a morning radio show. It's called Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning. How you doing?
Okay.
Is this a bad time?
No, what's going on? What's up?
Well, we're doing a segment on our show called A Second Date. That's where if you go out with someone and afterwards, if they're not calling you back, you can reach out to our show and we'll call that person for you to try and figure out the reason why.
Okay.
Okay? And so you recently went out with a woman who had a great time with you, and now she's hoping to get back in touch, but she's been having trouble reaching you. Her name's Jen.
Ah, yes, Jen.
Yeah.
I do know Jen.
Yeah,
That's good.
Jen realizes that she probably didn't give the best first impression on the date.
Yeah.
Or second impression or third impression.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very true statement right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
She feels bad.
Yeah. She told us about how everything played out, that she showed up late and that she asked you to go look at her car. And she's remorseful about how that played out. But she's hoping that you'll give her another shot.
I don't know. I don't know.
She really liked you, Tim, and she realizes that it may have come off as she, I don't know, she was trying to use you for free car mechanic labor, but that isn't the case.
Yeah, I don't know if I would totally agree.
Uh-oh.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just like the date was going pretty good for a while. You know, it seemed like we had things in common. Like we were talking about books and, video games and stuff. But as soon as I mentioned the fact I'm a mechanic, it was the conversation just flipped instantly. And that was all what the conversation was about. It was about her and her car.
Oh, geez.
I mean, I can see how that would be a frustrating thing, but it sounds like, from what she told us, there's a lot of problems with her car. So maybe it was just a top-of-mind situation.
Yeah, can you blame her?
Well, it was just weird. I mean, sure, I'll look at your car. And it was dinner almost ended instantly as soon as I said that. It felt like it ended way too early. She's like, do you have cash?
Really?
You could just pay for this right now. We didn't even wait for her to get money back. It was almost abrupt ending to the dinner. It was so fast.
So she threw her cash on the table and ran out and was like, this is it. You can fix it. The check engine light's been on.
Yeah.
I mean, it felt like that. It wasn't as drastic as actually running out of there. But as soon as we got to her car, the moment we walked up, I was I knew I had made a mistake. And it was the thing was totaled. I didn't know what to do. I told her it shouldn't even be on the road.
What?
Whoa.
What do you...
Yeah, what do you mean totaled?
The wheel was kind of wobbly and the tail lights had been smashed in. It was she had been in a pretty serious wreck. And she was trying to tell me how one of her friends said, it's probably just something that can get done with a few repairs. But I'm like, I'm pretty much an expert on this stuff. I've been doing this for a while. I'm like, that's a totaled car. Like your car is done.
You can't throw
around with a neck brace on.
Yeah.
Not what you want to hear.
The bumper is just gone.
And I was just trying to be honest with her when I said that I couldn't help. And this is like, things just started getting weird then, because then her voice started raising and she was like trying to tell me that I didn't know what I was talking about, and how like her friend was saying that it was totally repairable. And it was just like, whoa, take a chill pill here. I'm just trying to be a nice guy.
Yeah.
Give you my professional advice.
Well, do you think, I mean, maybe it wasn't that she was reacting to you. It was just like really shocking for her to hear that, maybe?
Yeah, I feel like as a mechanic, you must hear stuff like that all the time whenever you give people bad news about their car.
Well, totally. I mean, we do, but that wasn't even the end of it. Like, on top of that, she was insistent on borrowing my car.
What?
I'm like, are you serious right now?
Whoa.
Wait, hold up.
For where?
Yeah, what did she say?
She didn't even, she's like, hey, you got to at least let me borrow your car so I can get around for a bit.
What?
That night right there, she wanted to borrow your car?
Yeah.
This girl is genius.
Genius.
Wait, was she joking? I mean, that had to have been a joke that maybe you just didn't read right.
No, I mean, it wasn't a joke at all. She said to me, you're a mechanic. You have access to lots of cars. You can just drive one of those for a few days.
Oh, my gosh.
Did you, I feel bad asking, but did you let her?
No, I did not. But I did get her a tow truck because I am a nice guy and I had AAA. So I was like, the least I can do is not let this girl drive in this thing again because this thing is like messed up.
Wow.
So wait, what? Took her car away from her?
It wasn't good to drive, Alexa.
Yeah.
It was falling apart. It was in danger on the road.
Sounds like he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
All right, Alexa.
Tim, when we spoke to Jen, she never told us the back end of that story. She just said that you looked at her car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the truth of it. I mean,
Oh, boy.
That is so crazy. What is she, like, does she really want to date with you then? Now I'm even questioning her motives.
Well, maybe we should ask her because I need to tell you, Tim, that Jem's been on the other line listening and she wants to talk to you.
Hi,
are you
Tim.
kidding me? Like, that's, hi, Jen.
Look, I guess I'm sorry that you felt used, but, like, I don't even understand what you're so upset about.
Whoa.
I was just asking for help.
You weren't just asking for help. I mean, you were basically, it felt like you were demanding to use my car and like instructing me on how to do my own job.
Like, you just said, like, I'm in this undrivable car, and you're, like, an expert.
Yeah.
And I have you in front of me, and I'm not going to ask you, like, hey, can you look at this? Like, and then, I asked to borrow your car because it's, like, 10:30 at night. What do you want me to do, like, walk around at night by myself? You just told me that I shouldn't be behind the wheel of this car.
Yeah, I could have gave you a ride home instead of you borrowing my car.
I just thought you had, like, options for other vehicles, and if you could help me out, why wouldn't you want? You know, we just had, like, a great date.
Well, Jen, when a plumber comes to your house to fix a broken pipe, they don't stay at the plumber's house while they fix it for you.
Well, I wasn't dating a plumber, okay? I was on a date with a mechanic.
No, that's not my point.
And you're on a date. Like, he owes you nothing. You're
Dates
acting
are like friends, and friends help you do things.
You're not friends yet. You're not friends yet. It's one date. You don't get that. He doesn't.
I feel like he did help. He
No.
paid for a tow truck.
It's a very entitled thing to do to assume that this guy should loan you his car.
Yeah.
I just
It's
thought
like a
you seemed really
business
nice and
transaction.
helpful. I don't understand what the big deal is. I was going to say we could just keep dating, but I don't even know if I want to anymore.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
I don't know that option was on the table.
Yeah. Really,
Tim?
It sounds like you overstepped, Jen.
Maybe as long as you stop texting me about your car issues, I don't need to update, you know?
Oh,
you're still doing that?
Jen.
I told him it was still not going great.
He's assuming I actually wanted to know the update.
I thought you were a nice guy, and you're acting like such a jerk right now. Like, all I needed was some help. Like, you're making it such a huge thing that, like, oh, you're a mechanic, and I asked you for advice. Like,
Oh.
She has a point.
Well,
Jen.
sorry to say, if I'm such a big jerk, I guess you don't need to reach out to me anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not wrong.
I mean,
You're
Tim,
not wrong.
you have to ask yourself, am I car shaming her right now?
I mean, I think she did a good job of car shaming herself.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
I mean, the conversation isn't going great right now, but I still
Yeah.
need to ask, Tim, would you like to go out on a second date with Jen we will pay for it.
I'm going to have to say no, thank you.
Shocking.
Oh, man, I felt that
Shocking.
chemistry.
I know. And
Okay.
how would Jen get there anyway? She doesn't have a
Yeah,
car.
that's a good point.
Uber.
How about this, Tim? Would you be willing to give Jen a friends and family discount on fixing her car?
I mean, if her car was actually fixable, then yes. But the thing it's a piece of junk.
It's fine. I'll take it to a real expert.
It's totaled. Everyone's going to tell you that.
Sounds like your friend is one, so just take it right on to your friend.
We've heard about hundreds of dates on this show, and I can tell you, based on everything that we've learned, the single sexiest thing a woman can do on a date
Okay.
is be prompt.
What? I thought you were going to say, like, be herself, be confident.
No, show up on time.
Oh.
You can't spell prompt without romp. That's not an accident. They did that on purpose. Actually, 4 out of 5 relationship experts say if your legs are in the door on time, they'll be in the air 3 hours later.
Hey, all right.
Is that the secret?
Yeah, I read it. That's the experts saying that.
Okay, wow.
Well-
the experts have gotten very naughty.
There's some saucy experts out there. Unfortunately, for one of our listeners, Jen, she was not prompt during her first date.
Oh,
Legs
God.
on the ground the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, so unattractive.
So, of course, she went rompless, and now she needs our help. So, Jen, how you doing today?
Hi, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing all
Yeah.
right. Tell us about the guy that you were not prompt for. What was his name?
His name is Tim. I met him online.
Okay.
He's really cute.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I mean, how late were you to this date?
I wasn't that late, like 20 minutes. I don't know.
Okay. Well,
That's late enough to be like
if you give a heads up, did you give him a heads up?
Well, that's kind of a funny thing. So I was driving there, and he texted me and said, I'm here, and I'm running really late. And I, like in my head, I responded to him, and I texted him back.
In your
I
head.
guess I didn't do it with my phone. And I got there, and he was walking out of the restaurant.
It's not a good look.
I said, where are you going? And he was like, I thought you stood me up. And I said, but I texted you. And he showed me his phone, and he's like, no, you didn't.
Oh, my God.
That is embarrassing.
Dude, I understand that, though. I do that all the time where I respond to people and then I didn't actually type it out.
Or worse, you type it out and then you don't hit send.
Right, either way. And, like, you're frantic because you're late. So you're like, I don't have time to respond to this.
It's like in your draft folder. Oh.
What did Tim say when that happened?
I mean, he was cool about it. He said, yeah, okay. And so we still went in and had dinner together.
That's really nice. That's got to be a pretty good guy if he's willing to look past that.
Was he able to reset his attitude, though? Because I assume if you're walking out of a restaurant thinking that you're stood up, you're in pretty bad mood.
Yeah.
No, he was super nice. We had a great conversation. I mean, the one other thing that was kind of weird, I guess, was I didn't know that he's a mechanic. I learned that through the course of conversation. So I have been having some issues with my car.
Oh.
And I asked if he could just take a look at it for me.
Oh, wow.
You don't ask someone to do their job on the date. That's like asking a comedian to tell you a joke.
I mean, I can't blame you, though. Take the help.
Oh,
You
okay.
get it. I mean,
But wait,
But you're already 20 minutes late to the date. You show up, you find out that he's a mechanic, and then you're like, hey, by the way, while we're here.
Will you check the dipstick?
Yeah,
for me?
go check under the hood.
Yeah, I guess I think it was a big deal. And he was nice about it. And he did. And we walked down the street and we looked at my car.
Wow, he's really nice. He's really nice.
Or maybe he really wanted to. So there is a chance that he wanted to show off what he knows. He could see it as his opportunity to be like, oh, cool, I can help her.
Man.
Totally. This.
Yeah, you guys sure know how men think.
I don't know. I'm just trying to be positive here. Was he the one that suggested to walk to your car and look at it?
I mean, he agreed to.
Oh, he agreed to. Yeah, okay, that's different.
Yeah.
He told me there was a lot of stuff wrong with my car, which I guess I should have known. And then I asked if I could bring it by his shop.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Now this is a business transaction.
Totally.
It's not a date anymore.
You're
it doesn't
taking.
feel like it.
She's taking all the romp out of prompt. You're
She
right. There's no
is.
sexy in that.
No. Okay, so
Now it's just port.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just a different.
so he looked at your car
Yeah.
and told you there's a lot of problems and that you need to bring it in. How did this night end?
Well, he kind of said, I don't know, I have to check my schedule at, the business. And
That's a no.
I was like, okay. And then he just kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It just like fizzled out. Like he seemed disinterested, and so we just kind of like left.
They fizzled out in the room too just now.
There was an opportunity there, Jen. You check under my car's hood, maybe you can check under some other hoods after that.
That's not much better.
I don't think that he doesn't want to trade that for work.
Brooke,
I mean,
trust you do not understand how men think.
Hey, it's making a weird noise.
I don't think that's right.
I've never heard my friends talk like this.
Honestly, though, Jen, I just think that you should have just left that out.
Yeah.
You know, like, you don't mix, I mean, for black, like, it's a terrible cliche thing to say, but, like, business and pleasure, they just don't mix together, you know?
Yeah, I guess I didn't think of it that way. I just thought, he's friendly and he'd want to help. I don't know.
And it's free, is what you were thinking. He'd give me a good deal.
Yeah, sure.
So have you tried to reach out to Tim after the date happened?
I have, and he just hasn't even really responded. Yeah. He gave me a one-word answer once, and it stinks because I really think he's a nice guy, and I had a really great time, and I don't know. I'd love it if you guys could help me get a redo.
Yeah,
all
I
right.
think you need a redo. I hope you've learned from your mistakes.
Yeah, focus on him, not on your car.
Yeah, okay. So we'll play a song.
Oh, it's the age-old story. Guy meets a girl at a karaoke night.
Mm-hmm.
Guy promises to call her the next day. Guy disappears for a year. And now wants to reconnect with her. That's what we're doing right now on the second date. Philip is on the phone. Philip met a girl named Hannah at a karaoke night about a year ago. Now, he's in the armed services, had to go overseas for a year. He didn't call her the next day, ended up leaving, and now he's back and wants to get in touch with her. Gosh. Philip, how are you feeling right now?
To be honest with you, I'm very nervous about this. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I'm worried that I screwed up. I don't know.
I mean, you said you were thinking about her every day for an entire year when you were overseas.
Yeah, there were points where I even considered trying to contact her, but I was just worried that it would seem weird coming out of the blue after one date. I don't know, but I do feel very strongly about her.
All right, I'm going to call her right now, okay? You ready?
All right.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hey, is this Hannah?
This is?
Hannah, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show. How you doing?
Is this a joke? What is this?
No, it's not a joke. I know this is going to sound kind of weird, but do you remember meeting a guy named Philip at a karaoke night about a year ago?
What? What's going on?
Does that story about meeting a guy named Philip a year ago at a karaoke night sound familiar to you?
How do you know about Phil?
Oh, Phil and I go way back.
Yeah.
I've known him for longer than you have. Phil is back in town. You don't know this, but Phil didn't call you after you met because he was leaving to go overseas in the armed services.
Oh my gosh, he was overseas?
Mm-hmm. But he has emailed us and asked us to get a hold of you.
Why?
Because he says that he really connected with you that night a year ago. And now you don't know this, but in his words, he said he's thought about you the entire time, and now he's back, and he wanted to get a hold of you.
Oh, this sounds...
Did you like Philip?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so cute.
She's excited.
What'd you think when Philip didn't call you back the next day after you met him?
Wow. I mean, this is cheesy to say, but it kind of broke my heart.
Really?
Really?
Have you ever had those moments in life where you this is big, this is super important, this is magic right now?
Yeah.
And it was. And then I never heard from him again, and it was like it had been a dream or something.
Okay, so let's see, where are you at now? So Philip has been gone a year. He's back in town, and he wants to get a hold of you.
Wow. I wish I had known. I spent 4 months pining over this one evening, but then a couple of months ago, a friend set me up with a friend, and I've been seeing him for a couple of months.
Yeah, but how serious is it? I mean, we're only a couple months in, and you're obviously pining over a guy for 4 months is crazy after one night.
A guy that you met on one night, you have no idea about, but you've been seeing somebody for a little while.
Yeah, I've got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's something so powerful that's happening here.
So you have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you want to talk to Philip at all?
I don't know.
I asked the question because Philip is actually on the other line right now.
What?
Hey, Anna. How are you?
Oh my God.
Are you there?
Hi. Yeah, I'm here. Hi.
Listen, honestly, right now I'm really disappointed. Not in you by any means, just in myself for letting this go as long as I did. And I didn't expect you to wait for me, but I really need to tell you that night it meant a lot to me. That's the first time in my life where I've really felt like I met someone that took me out of my shell, you know. For the first time, I felt like I was around somebody that I could be completely honest with, and I couldn't stop thinking about it while I was overseas, but I felt so guilty for not calling you and for not telling you that I was going there in the first place. And
I wish you had. I wish you had.
I really wish I had.
I didn't know. I thought maybe you didn't have the experience that I had.
No, I want you to know that I did, and I'm not doing this, like, at this point, everything that I'm saying, I'm not doing in spite of your boyfriend to try to steal you away from him or anything. I'm speaking completely from my heart, and that night meant so much to me. It really got me through my stint overseas, you know, but I understand if you have a boyfriend. I'm not trying to intrude on that. I want you to know how I feel.
You're so sweet, and the connection that we shared was so amazing. I wish you called me sooner.
I know the timing is horrible, but I have to try. You know, I have to. When I feel strongly about a person, I can't just give up on that person.
So both you guys felt the same way about that night.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
I think we did, yeah.
And are you, like, in love with your boyfriend? I mean, have you guys gone to that level?
That's a really hard question to answer, actually. And I mean, and I don't want to sound shallow, but sometimes you meet people and it's just like everything lines up and it just all clicks. And sometimes it takes time to start to uncover that. And my boyfriend is definitely someone that it takes time to uncover with.
Is that what you're saying, Hannah, that like you still don't really feel as strongly about your boyfriend as you do about that night with Philip?
I don't know. It's more complex than that.
I just know if I was in your situation, I would go back to this boyfriend, and all I could think about was this man who's come back into my life after a year, and what am I doing?
Look, I don't know. This has gotten really complicated all of a sudden,
listen,
and really unexpectedly.
I'm not trying to create problems for you. That's not something I want to do. That was never my intention. But feelings are feelings. You can't ignore them.
Hannah, what if we send you guys out on a second date? We will pay for it.
Are we allowed to do that? She's a boyfriend.
Yeah, of course we are.
Honest.
Meet up with him. You guys can have a conversation. You don't have to. It doesn't even have to be called a date if you don't want it to be. If you have a boyfriend.
I mean, that night is so. It's like it's one of the most vivid experiences of my life, and it feels like it would be wrong to ignore that. And this could get me in really big trouble.
No, Hannah, you don't ever have to tell your boyfriend.
This isn't something we can ignore. You know, we can't just go on with our lives and pretend that didn't happen.
I think it's worth seeing if that was just a one-off fluke or if there actually is something there. And if there is, then I have some hard decisions to make.
So, Hannah, you are going to go out with Philip again?
Yeah.
Yes!
Awesome.
Yes!
Are you going to tell your boyfriend?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I want to be completely upfront about this whole thing. I don't want to leave things to chance again.
Okay, my next question, we're running a little light on content. Can we do it tomorrow at like 7:10? Can we do it on the air?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
That was a second date that happened a few years ago.
Oh my gosh.
And now Philip and Hannah are back on the phone with us to do an update. Hey guys, how are you?
Hi.
Oh my God.
So this is the first time you've talked since that second date?
No.
Or
First time we've talked to you guys.
Oh my God, I'm dying. This was like the beginning of some crazy love story is how I felt.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, that's so
great.
sweet.
So
And
what'd you do?
I'm really worried about being disappointed.
yeah.
Did you guys go out?
We did. We went back to the karaoke place where we first met a year before.
Oh.
And wait, were you still with your boyfriend when you went and met at the karaoke bar, or had you broken up with him?
I told him I was going, and by the end of the night, I broke up with him.
Oh, wow.
Poor guy. I don't mean to celebrate his heartbreak.
Yes,
but
Did that work out well for you guys? Are you guys together? What's the story?
Well, I mean, the connection was like just totally reestablished. It felt like exactly like it felt the first time, you know? So.
And it was like no time had passed at all.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and so not ignoring that strong connection that we had, I couldn't help myself. I decided to propose to her just a week after that.
Oh my gosh.
You guys got engaged a week
Well,
later?
we don't know.
You know, it felt crazy at the time, but it was the best decision I could have made. We
It was
got
the best
married a
decision
month
we could have
after.
made.
So
Did you say you got married a month after?
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. We we were enthusiastic about the whole thing, and still are. You know, it was very spontaneous, but it just made sense. I spent so long thinking of her. She spent so long thinking of me.
Oh my gosh. What did your family and friends say when you got married a month after meeting?
Well, we ended up having a really tiny wedding, just us at the courthouse because we didn't have the money to hold a big party.
Oh.
Yeah, military money only stretches so far.
Right.
So how's it going?
Well,
well, it's been great. I mean, like we had to kind of economically find a game plan, but actually lucked out because a buddy of mine, he kept telling me over and over again, like, hey man, Bitcoin's the way to go. Like seriously, if you want to make money off of the next big thing, you got to stuff everything into that. So me and Hannah conspired and decided to throw all our money in, and luckily enough, we were in when Bitcoin peaked out, and so we sold it off, and
Good.
you know we made the right choice.
You sold
So you guys are like Bitcoin rich?
Well, I mean,
we are.
we're well off enough to get by on that. We're not working, so I mean.
Oh, wow.
Dude, living the dream.
Yeah, that worked out.
Dude.
We might be taking, regular vacations to Turks and Caicos and Portugal, and we went to Japan.
Okay, so
So,
you are rich.
yeah, you guys are Bitcoin rich.
Dream.
Screw you guys. Everything worked out for you.
Yeah, I kind of don't like
You
it.
guys
Yeah.
have no more karma to cash in. It all happened.
Well, I mean, obviously, thanks have to go to you guys. I mean, none of this would have happened if not for coming to you guys with all this. And I don't know if I would have had the courage to make this happen on my own. So you guys made this happen.
Yeah, well,
Thank
thanks.
you so much.
Thanks doesn't mean as much as a nice paycheck. You guys could send some of that Bitcoin money this way, you know? I guess that's a no. All right. Well, thanks for checking in and congratulations, you guys.
Seriously,
Thank you very much.
we are so happy for you. What a cool story.
I hope you have some
Thank
kids.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have kids?
Not yet, but it's on the list. We're having a lot of fun right now.
So you're
Enjoy
practicing
that
a lot in
money.
all those exotic destinations, I'm sure. Keep working at
time.
it. Or what happens if you go out on a date and then don't call the person the next day
Okay.
and then have a change of heart a year later?
What?
What?
Why
That's
would you?
what we're talking about in today's second date. Philip is on the phone with us right now. He met a girl named Hannah during a karaoke night a year ago
Okay.
and is deciding just to get a hold of her now.
Why?
Philip?
Well, I recently served overseas in the Marine Corps. It's kind of a long story with me and Hannah, really. Yeah, like you said, I met her in a karaoke bar, and, I'm not a good singer or anything, but I just was so tempted to break the ice in some way. I asked her to do a duet with me, and despite my horrible voice, she put up with it and sang Summer Nights from Greece with me.
Oh, that's classic.
Nice.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's actually an interesting story why you weren't able to call her back for a year. Go ahead and tell everybody what happened.
I had to ship out for the Marine Corps, and I told her I'd call her. I was very much attracted to this woman, but I just couldn't let myself start something that I knew I was going to have to put on hold. You know what I mean?
So are you stationed back here again, or, I mean, you're home?
Yeah, I am back. And that's kind of why I'm contacting you guys, you know?
Yeah, your email says that you promised to call her and you feel bad because you haven't.
I do. But I need to let her know that I was doing that for the right reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, it's kind of sweet. I mean, it's like a little love story that could star some big celebrities on the big screen. This could all work out amazingly.
Or she could be married and have 4 kids. You don't know.
You never know.
Oh, I mean, I hope that's not the case, but...
So since you've been back from serving your tour, have you heard anything about her?
No, as soon as I got back and got comfortable, I realized something that I left behind, you know. The whole time that I was overseas, she was all I thought about the entire time.
Wow.
Are you worried that she's not going to feel the same? I mean, it's been a long time.
I am worried. I mean, I have no idea what to expect in terms of how she feels at this point. I mean, it has been a while, and she probably thinks that I was rejecting her.
What was it about her?
Just the confidence of her. That was the biggest thing for me, you know. When she was up there singing karaoke, it was like she looked so comfortable. Like, it blew my mind. And I'm really awkward when it comes to doing stuff like that in front of big groups of people. But as soon as I went up there and shared the stage with her, it was like I felt like a completely different person. I knew.
At any point after you met her, did you tell her that night, like, oh, I'm going to be leaving soon to go overseas?
I wasn't sure what to say because I didn't want to ruin the moment that night. I didn't want to let her know that this was all for nothing, basically, because I'm leaving. I couldn't break it to her at that point.
Yeah.
So how did that end that night? I mean, you guys hung out after you sang together, and then what happened?
You know, I didn't want to push things too far because I didn't want there to be a big emotional connection there, even though there wound up being one anyway for me. But, I mean, I kissed her, I said goodnight, and I told her I'd call her, and I feel really bad for not doing that.
And you haven't tried at all since you've been back to get a hold of her?
No, I haven't. But I heard from my friends about the whole second date thing that you guys do, and thought that might be a good way to find out how she really feels.
All right, perfect. What we're going to do is we're going to play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date, okay?
All right, sounds good.
Actually be a good way to meet women, but now that I think about it, trying on their clothes is probably a good way to meet a woman.
What? Oh my
And
God.
that's exactly how Aaron met the girl he wants to call today. At least that's what his email says. What's up, Aaron? How are you?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Pretty
Hold up.
good.
Are you wearing a dress right now?
I'm
Yeah.
picturing you like creeping into her closet and putting her clothes on.
No, it was an honest mistake.
What? How?
You know how it is, you know? Sometimes you're just walking along and like, oops, I put your pants on. That's weird.
Oh.
Why
Is
don't
that
you...
my skirt or yours?
It was a jacket, man. I don't have it on right now.
Oh, jacket.
Like at a restaurant or a bar or something.
Nah, I was at a flea market shopping around, and I'm trying on stuff, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and to me, I'm like, okay, cool, this is a pretty cool jacket.
Yeah.
And then this girl walks by, and she starts laughing at me. I turn around, so I'm just like, what's going on? And she's like, that's a girl's jacket. And I was like, oh, damn.
Hey, if it looked good, you should have worn it.
Who cares?
Like, it's very slimming. Why are the buttons on the wrong side, though?
It did look good, and then I looked at the tag, and it said women's medium, so I was like, oh, crap.
That should make you feel good about yourself. You're nice and slim.
So she was laughing at me and stuff, and then, we sparked up a conversation, and we talked probably for like 10 or 15 minutes.
Nice.
And she talked about how one time she tried on, like, guys' pants, so, I thought that was funny.
Yeah, you guys, yeah, exactly. You guys bonded.
Well, and not only that, if you end up dating, you have like a shared wardrobe, which actually would be awesome.
Yeah. I could tell she was into me because she, like, kind of slapped me on my arm a little bit, so I was like, okay, maybe this girl's really into me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I finally worked up my courage to ask her out on a date, and she said yes.
Awesome. Did you wear that jacket on the date? I hope so.
No.
No, you didn't.
I didn't buy it. I put it back.
Oh, you put it back?
What's her name, by the way?
Gina.
Gina. All right. So what did you and Gina do?
Well, I took her to a cat sanctuary. I thought that'd be a pretty cool place for a first date. See some cool exotic animals, some jaguars.
Oh.
Like, wait,
I thought you meant you took her to like the Humane Society
Yeah,
to
that's what I
look at
thought.
house cats. I get it now.
No, I didn't take her to the Humane Society.
A big cat sanctuary.
Yeah, like exotic animals, like interesting animals, not little cats.
Yeah. So more like lions and jaguars and not tabbies.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she loved it. Like, we were walking around there for like 2-3 hours, and it was really fun. She was so interested, and she kept, like, playfully slapping me again. And just like, oh my God, look at the jaguar over there. And she like grabbed my hand, and we ran over there. So I'm just like, this is going really good.
Yeah.
And then, at the end of the date, I had a little surprise for her because my friend works there, and I brought her behind the scenes to see how everything like happens, like how they feed the tigers, how they fill up the water bowls and stuff.
That is so cool.
That is awesome.
Dude, you delivered on this date.
Yeah, and it was really, 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 really fun. And the coolest part to me was like when we saw 2 lions, and the male lion was like catcalling the female lion. To like, hey, come on over. It's like time to get down. And I was just like, yo, that's so awesome and so cool.
Okay, you didn't get pervy about it, did you?
I mean, I pointed it out. I was just like, yo, look, those lions are about to make love. And she laughed.
Make love?
Did you say make love?
Well, I didn't want to seem like a pervert. I didn't want to be like, yo, those lions are about to have sex,
Yeah, that's probably a funny way to put it.
Make love? That is so funny.
I feel like there's like a romantic
I don't know why
setting.
it's so funny to me, but it's
It
really
is.
funny. I would have used the word hump, but that's just me personally.
Well, it was Lion King Part 3,
Okay.
Okay. So, I mean, did she seem to like all that?
Yeah, she seemed to like it all. She was laughing and just continued to, like, hit me, like, flirting. But, like, at the end of the night, I go in for, like, my kiss, and she just gives me, like, a hug.
Uh-oh.
And I was just like, I was kind of confused.
Yeah, I'm confused for you because, like, she was giving you all the signs.
Yeah, I was just like, what's going on? Like, she gave me all the signs. She was flirting with me, hitting me. And then, like, I told her I'd call her the next day. So I called her, and I didn't get anything. So I texted her the next day, and then she claimed she was out of town. And I was just like, okay, I mean, maybe she could be out of town. And then, like, a couple days goes by again. I text her, nothing. And then she's just like, oh, I lost my phone. I had to get, like, a new number. And I'm just like,
wow.
Like, man, what is going on? I feel like she's just, like, kind of blowing me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like excuses, for sure.
Like, I'm really confused. Like, I thought the date was a wonderful day. Like, I had such a great time. And she seemed like she did, too. And I'm just really confused.
Huh.
Maybe she's into lions now. Maybe she saw what they did and was like, it's weird. I'm in a
real
weird
wicked
spot.
love.
I don't want to date a human man anymore.
I hope not.
We'll play a song and then come back and call her right after this and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thanks.
All right, hang on.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Gina, please?
This is she.
Hey, Gina, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I know, I'm hilarious, right?
What's this all about?
Well, I'll tell you in a second. First of all, have you ever listened to the show before?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Is that bad?
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that don't. There's some that do.
Most
I don't
don't.
care either way.
Okay.
But
I'm not a loser, I promise.
Oh, I didn't think you were.
Yeah,
Actually, I
nobody-
probably respect you more.
Yeah.
But I'm calling because you went out on a date recently with someone who does listen to the show, and they wanted us to call you.
Who?
His name is Aaron.
The jacket guy.
Yeah.
That's what you call
I
it.
forget.
Yeah.
That's how you guys met at the flea market.
The jacket
yes,
guy.
we did. The jacket guy. He was, he tried on this girl's jacket, and I laughed
Yeah.
at him.
Yep. He told us all about that.
Yeah, he did.
It sounds like
Yeah,
you laugh
he-
a lot.
He emailed us because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask what happened. So Aaron told us about how he met you. He told us about your first date. And then he also told us that you're not responding to his phone calls or text messages now.
He told you about our date.
Yep.
Yeah. And it sounded awesome from his description, like super organic and easy to be around each other. And then he like hooked it up so you could go behind the scenes of the big cat sanctuary.
Oh, yeah, it was an awesome date. It was. I will not lie, because I love big cats, and
Yeah.
they had jaguars and lynx and tigers and these lions.
Right. He told us all that. He said you guys had a good time and said he thought that you were really, really into it. So if you were and you liked the date and you liked him, why not call him back?
She was really nice. And I'm flirty and fun, and
So were you I'm sorry to interrupt you, but were you just not into him? Maybe not attracted to him? Because when people describe other people as nice, it's usually not in a sexy way.
Yeah, it's like a friend.
Yeah.
No, he was nice and he was cute and he did all there's nothing that he did wrong. I mean, honestly, I mean, he was as polite as they could be. He even said something about the lions making love. I don't know, but it was like what I thought was really polite. I was like, making love? Don't they like mate?
Right. So if it was all good though, why don't you want to go out with him again?
I should call him or text him, and I haven't, and I feel really bad about it.
Okay. Are you in a relationship?
Well, that's a difficult question. The night after we went to the sanctuary, I looked up his friend that brought us to the sanctuary, right? I looked the guy up on Facebook just to thank him. Just, thank you so much. We had a great time. It was great to meet you. I love the cats, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
So the guy friended me back, and he said, it was great to meet you. Hey, I have an idea. Why don't you come back to the sanctuary, and I will give you a more in-depth tour of the sanctuary, and I'll even, possibly let you pet one of the cats.
Whoa.
And I thought that was really awesome, but I also thought it was weird because I was like, well, is Aaron going to go with me or not? And it's just like this new thing. But the thing that kind of like let me want to go was the fact that the guy was really hot.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
He was wild, and he was like unbelievably manly, and he had he had an awesome chest, and I was just like, holy crap, he looks like one of the lions. I was like, oh my gosh. And the fact that the lions are like mating in the I was like, okay.
So you got a thing for his buddy then? Is that it?
Yes.
And I'm guessing you went back to the cat sanctuary for your intimate tour.
I did, and we totally hooked up in the animal sanctuary.
What? Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I know, it's so bad. I was just so naughty. We were pushed up against the lion's fence.
Wow!
It was one of those experiences that were like top 2 of all time.
Sounds like your date with that dude went off a lot better than your date with Aaron to the cat sanctuary.
They were just different. You know what I mean? It's like, Aaron's the kind of kid that like, well, you're really nice, and I could take you home to my mom, and she.
So you don't want a nice guy. You want to throw me up against a lion cage type of guy.
Yes, because that's exciting.
Okay. Well, something else that may or may not be exciting for you to know, Gina, is that Aaron is actually on the phone and wants to talk to you.
Are you kidding me right now, Gina?
Oh my God, Aaron, is that you?
I take you on that date, and that's what you do? Like, what is wrong with you?
Look, you have to understand is that, you're the nicest guy, and you're super cute, and you were so fun, and everything else. And I have to thank you. I mean, it's like you should actually feel pretty good about
thank you by
all
doing
of
the
this because
zookeeper. How did this even happen?
I don't know how long you've been listening, but you know what? He contacted me on Facebook after I just gave a thank you. He friended me back, and he said, please come again.
That doesn't make it right for you to just go and hook up with a zookeeper.
Well, Aaron, I can tell you this. He's much more than a zookeeper.
What does that even mean?
Basically, for me, he's like the king of the lions.
Whoa.
I mean, he is unbelievably awesome and a great lover, and he's funny. And it's just like, you know what? I should have texted you back, and I should have told you. I said, my bad on that.
Yeah.
Right?
So what are you, like, dating him right now or something? You're just going to date the lion zookeeper?
Well, to be fair, I don't know what it was. It's like, we had this great night, and we, text occasionally, but,
Gina, I know him. He's my friend. All he wanted to do was hook up with you.
That is not true. That is not true, Aaron.
He doesn't want to date.
No, it's not, because I know
I've known him for years. Gina, do you know how many girls he's hooked up with against the lion cage? He's so many girls there.
Aaron, but you know what? I'm going to be his last.
Oh. Well, okay.
Oh, wow. All right.
Okay.
So, Gina, you feel like you're the one that's going to get him to stop his wild ways. I don't even know. But is that what you feel like, Gina?
Yes, I am, because we really
Not
hit it
a
off.
chance.
There was a spark.
Okay, well, both of you, I think, are being a little out of control here. Aaron, she's free to date who she wants to date. She didn't even kiss you. Gina, don't put a lot of stock into your relationship with Lion Man.
But you haven't seen his hands. His hands are as big as a lion's paw.
Wow. Sounds amazing. So I'm probably a fool for asking this, but Gina, would you like to go on a second date with Aaron? We'll pay for it. He has smaller hands, and
he's nice.
Yeah, and a nice dude doesn't have lion cages at his house, I don't think.
And that would be a big fat no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man.
But I would like to go out with his friend, the zookeeper, again. You guys pay for that.
Yeah. Well, I know. I'm not paying for that. No.
I hope you go to the zoo, Gina, and you get eaten by a lion.
Whoa! Aaron, slow it down.
You know what, Aaron? You're just feeling bad because you don't measure up to the king of the lions.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah,
That sounds like a sick
That
lion.
was hot.
Yeah.
Aaron, I'm sorry. No second date for you. And I'm guessing this is probably the last time you take anybody to a cat sanctuary.
Yeah, good luck again, Gina, getting banged under the stars or whatever.
What?
But it probably won't because he's not going to be calling you back.
So bitter.
I have one thing to say to you again, Aaron.
Okay. We gotta end this.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
A great place to meet somebody is at a concert.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you're trying to have conversation. It's like, hey, what's your name? Did you say Jessica? Mary? Hey, nice boobs. What'd you say? I said I saw an interesting story in the news. We could talk. Not being able to talk to people is great. That's where Cora met the guy that she wants to call today for a second date update. They met at a concert and apparently had a conversation much like that, I'm assuming. What's up, Cora? How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
Good. So you met, what's his name, Todd? You met him at a concert?
Yeah. About a week and a half ago, went to a concert that my friend took me to, and basically it was loud, like you said, but I kind of wasn't digging the band, so I snuck off to the back where it was a bit quieter.
Uh-huh.
And he was there too, and we kind of were just having a beer together and not enjoying the show together.
How did the, not really, so he didn't like the show either?
Weird.
No, that's how we kind of started talking.
Oh,
and,
okay.
he was really nice. He was a good guy. We talked for a while.
I love that. Crappy music always brings people
Yeah.
together. You know, that's why people love our station so much.
That's true. That's what I was going to ask you. Did he come up and approach you, or so
He
that
was standing kind of right beside me, and we just started talking.
this show sucks? What do you think? Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
So he asked you, I assume, out on a date at the end of the night.
Yeah. We had to get back to his friends, so he just asked me for my number and sent me a text that night.
Okay, and what'd you guys do on your date?
Well, that's the thing. He was texting me, and all the way up to like the day of, a few hours before, I was getting ready, and he just texted me, and he's saying that he had to push it because he was sick. So he was really apologetic, but he wanted to push it by a few days.
Okay. So when did you finally end up going out?
We haven't gone yet. Every day or so, he checks in with me, and he texts me, but he just says, I'm still sick. I got to wait a bit more. I haven't kicked this thing yet. He just keeps postponing it. So he keeps talking, and he's really nice about it, but I don't know what he's sick with, but
Yeah. So why do you
sounds
want to do a second date update now when you haven't even gone out on a date? Don't you want to wait and see if you actually get to go out with the guy?
well, it just seems weird that he's making plans for the next day, and he keeps canceling. It just seems like, I don't know what's up. It's just something strange, and I want to get to the bottom of it.
Cora, do you think that he's lying to you about the sickness?
I mean, something's up, but why would he keep texting me?
Yeah.
How long has it been going on?
It's been almost 2 weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, it was so nice talking to him. He just seemed like a genuinely normal, nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't even looking at the concert. He just seemed really interested. And
Well, yeah, but
so-
also you got to think about it. He said he didn't like the concert, so there's no reason to really look at the concert.
I've just been thinking about why he would keep pushing, you know? What could it be? Is he in a relationship? Is that kind of ending right now and he's waiting till it's completely over? Or is he like going through a difficult time?
Yeah, the relationship thing's not necessarily a bad idea. He could be like trying to break up with somebody, and it's like, oh, I'm not ready to go out yet, or I'm sick, you know.
If that's the case, then he should just tell me that, or just not text me at all instead of making up an excuse over and over again of being sick. I'm like starting to get worried for him. That's it.
It is weird when you're talking to somebody and then they seem like they're really into you and they want to see you, but then they keep blowing you off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels. I'm starting to take it personally, you know?
And you haven't actually heard his voice to like hear if he's sick. You've only been texting with him.
Yeah, just been texting. I feel weird phoning him after all. Like,
I feel bad. We call him and he's like,
Or just the doctor's answer. This is Todd's phone. He's currently in a coma.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to play a song, come back, call him, and find out why he won't meet up with you.
okay, thanks, guys.
All right, we'll get your second date update right after this.
Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Call now to win a $1,000 cash crate.
1-866-MOVE-IT 92.5.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for the second part of the second date update, Cora is on the phone with us, and she wants to call a guy named Todd today. They met at a concert, bonded over how crappy the concert was, exchanged numbers, even planned a date, but they haven't actually gone out on a date yet because the dude keeps texting her, be like, hey, can we push it back? I'm not feeling real well. I'm under the weather. And he's done that for like 2 weeks now, so she's wondering what's going on. One of the things that she's thinking is maybe he's currently in a relationship and trying to break that off before he actually goes out with somebody else. Cora, if that happens, I want you to promise me something.
Okay.
So if we call him right now and a girl answers the phone and it's his fiance, Janae,
It's not Janae's fault, Jubal.
I want you to promise me a cat fight. Can you do that for me?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Like if she answers, I just want you to be like, who this?
Yeah.
Why you messing with my man, Janae?
Oh my God, I hope it doesn't happen.
Can you promise me that, please?
All right, you got it.
All right,
No,
sweet.
what are you doing, Cora? No, you
We got
say
a cat
no.
fight
You're
coming
an adult.
up. Cat fight. You back off. Todd's mine. Everybody knows Todd's mine, Janae.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Cora, did he ever give you any indication that he was in a relationship, or are you just jumping to conclusions?
I'm just thinking. He never gave off anything like that, but you never know nowadays.
It's Janae's fault, for sure. All right, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, get him on the phone, and we'll find out what happens, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Todd, please?
Speaking?
Hey, Todd, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What's that?
It's a radio show, a morning show.
Okay. Wait, are you guys the country station that plays their kid on the air?
No. We are not.
We're very far from that.
That could pretty much be any country station in the world. Yes, we don't have our child on the air like everybody else does.
Okay.
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update, though, where if somebody goes out on a date with someone and then they start getting blown off, they ask us to call that person and find out why. And that's why I'm calling you today.
Okay.
A girl that you sort of went on a date with, at least met, her name is Cora. She emailed us and wanted me to see if I get you on the phone and ask why you keep blowing her off.
Oh. Well, I'm not blowing her off. I'm still talking to her. I'm still texting her and keeping lines of communication open. I haven't seen her.
Why don't you want to see her, though?
Well, it's kind of a personal issue I'm dealing with.
Right.
I let her know I've been feeling under the weather. I have been seeing a doctor. It's nothing life-threatening. It's a personal thing. Frankly, I don't really know why you're so concerned.
Well, I'm not. I mean, I hope you're doing all right.
Yeah.
But Cora's the one that's concerned.
Well, it's a personal thing.
So here,
I'm trying to.
I'll tell you this, Todd. Cora thinks that you might be lying to her.
Wait, she thinks I'm lying?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not lying.
Okay, you're not lying. Do you like her?
Well, yeah, absolutely. She's great.
Okay. Well, my advice would be to be honest with her about what's going on and maybe let us know, because if you don't, you might lose the opportunity to go out with her.
Yeah. I mean, I've been thinking about that. It's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of embarrassing.
Can you give us anything that we can go back to her with and say, hey, he still likes you, but... he's got a growth on his chest and he's getting that removed. I don't know. He's got another head growing out of his shoulder. Whatever it is.
All right. It's just, I mean, it's probably not that serious, but I'm embarrassed by it. So I went to the doctor and I found out I have this issue. I'd been feeling kind of off for a while, just weird. So I went and I found out I have low T.
What?
Low testosterone.
Yeah, and it's embarrassing. And I
Is that the reason you're not calling her back because you have low T?
The guy's embarrassed by it. You
Hey,
guys are so mean.
I have low T. So I can bond with this dude. I've taken like testosterone shots and everything. I've got low T and high estrogen, man. That doesn't mean that you can't go out with the girl.
No, it's embarrassing. Like I want to feel like I have like a full tank of tea.
Get your tea up there before you take a girl out.
As a girl, I don't think that we notice tea. I'm just saying, I don't know how it makes you feel different. Maybe
Confidence-wise. Is your confidence shot because you got low T?
Yeah, it's partially that, but it's just something I'm trying to work out for myself and trying to get myself feeling good. I mean, I've been getting injections and working out, taking fish oil supplements, whatever my doctor's been telling me.
I'm just trying to get that tea up.
So you're trying to get your T to like a good level for you to feel like you can date again.
I don't know. It's just weird, and I'm embarrassed by it. I want to max out my tea right now.
Oh my God!
Full-blown tea.
I wish women had this discussion. I just don't feel like I have enough estrogen to go out with him right now.
I feel like it's more in your head than it actually is in your tea, or where your tea is held. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't feel like the kind of man that I want to be when I go out with her. I want her to get the full me.
Maybe going out with her, you like her so much, that might help raise your T. You're like, oh man, when I'm around you, there's a T coursing through my veins.
You guys would think I'm crazy, but this is how I feel. I'm trying to do this and feel good about her and about myself.
So when I talk to her, you just want me to tell her he's got something going on. He will eventually go out with you. It just might take a while and some tea to get that.
Not some tea. No tea.
Don't tell her about the tea. Just tell her that you do like her.
Yeah.
All right. Well, unfortunately, I have to let you know she kind of knows about the tea.
Excuse me?
She sort of knows. Because she's actually listening on the other line right now.
Oh, my God.
Hi.
Oh, my God. I can't believe this is happening.
It's okay. I mean, I'm glad it's not something else. I don't.
Yeah.
What does it mean? What does it mean that? What, like, if you don't work, like downstairs doesn't work at all?
No, it's just I got low T.
Well, does it, like, what does it affect, really? What does it have to do with going on a date and just talking and getting to know each other?
I can't explain it. It's just, you don't want to date low T Todd. You don't want to. This is gonna be good. This is a good thing. If you can just give me a little more time just to get my testosterone back up, just raise my levels up. I promise it will be worth it.
We're not gonna do anything on the first date. Like, what are you saying?
Well, no. I'm not suggesting that like anything's gonna happen. But when my T is up, all the cards will fall into place.
So Todd, are you refusing to go out with her again until you get your testosterone back to the level you want it to be at?
Well, I want to feel, like I can be the kind of guy around her that I know I can be, and I think this will do
Todd,
it.
Your confidence is shot, man.
you need your
like
tea.
you forget about the T, man. Confidence starts in your head.
I just, low T Todd just doesn't work. He's not happy. High T Todd is that, I feel like I'm gonna really be able to explore who I am with you, and
Are you going to refer to yourself as low T and high T Todd, though?
No. It's just, for argument's sake, I just, the version of me that you're getting right now, I feel like I could be better for you because I think you deserve that.
It's pretty nice, Cora.
I don't really care how much T you have. Like, I think I just like you, and you don't have to really worry about that.
You hear that, Todd? You don't have to impress her with your testosterone levels. And that's nice. Not a lot of women are like that. Todd, would you like to go out with Cora on a second date? We will pay for it.
I'd prefer to wait a little longer, but I don't want to miss out on anything we could have. I don't want to miss out on any experience with you.
Yes?
So, yeah, definitely.
All right, buddy.
All right, Todd.
Look at that.
First step in getting your tea back, making a decision.
That's like mental
Congratulations,
tea.
you guys. Corey, you got your second date.
Thanks so much, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey.
I'm still going to keep working on this T level, but, yeah, I definitely want to see you, Cora.
Awesome, Todd.
Yes.
That's great. See, your tea, I guarantee your tea is getting back up there. That shows me that you're at least like a 200 with your tea.
I feel like you're his testosterone coach.
Yeah, I am. Todd,
Medium tea, bro.
Todd, I'm going to be your testosterone mentor, okay?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I think Jose Bolaños will back me up on this. The best way to ask a girl out is to stalk her Facebook profile, just randomly, then friend request her.
Yes.
And then ask her out.
Yes, that way
Right?
she knows you're paying attention to her.
It works
that's
for,
what it is.
It works for Jose.
Yeah,
It
because
does.
he's single and alone.
Yeah, but he gets dates.
Yeah, that never call him back again.
Yeah, but I still get dates.
Yeah,
He's making a
he
point.
Still gets dates. That's what David did, right, David?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal, I don't think, but
David,
He doesn't even want to be compared
Yeah,
to
he's
Jose.
like, no, I did not do that. Your email that you sent us says that you found this girl online on Facebook, just kind of randomly. We're looking through her picture gallery,
weird.
then decided to friend her and ask her out.
yeah, I mean, doesn't everyone do that? I mean,
No.
that's like,
Seriously.
see if a chick's hot, right? I mean, I don't know. Can a girl tell if you're looking at her photos and stuff?
No,
No.
not at all.
Yeah, so what's the big deal?
Just
That's why
if
it's
you
okay.
if you like one from 2 years ago, it
Yeah.
might be a little suspicious. But
I mean, I know I'm out of the singles game, but Lydia, would you honestly say yes to a random dude on Facebook?
no, I'm a little too scared after Catfish came out.
Thank you.
David, tell us about Mandy.
So I started checking photos out of her, like she was smoking hot, like her body's unreal. And then, so then I just friend requested her, and then I was kind of just waiting for my right time to like swing on in and take her out on the date or something, and it just happened like a week or two ago, actually.
So tell us about the actual date.
Oh, the date was sick. I mean,
sick.
So I picked her up, and we went to this bar that's across the street from that sweet ass aquarium. It's actually the first time I took a chick to an aquarium.
The aquarium is actually a really cute date. I wouldn't call it sick or a sweet ass aquarium.
That place is
But
pretty sweet. I like
think-
that place.
Right? It's sick.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't want
See?
an aquarium?
What
It's a
was
sweet ass aquarium.
what was the highlight of
I
the
don't know what
aquarium?
you're not getting here, Brooke.
What was that?
So they have like, the part with the they have like the sea otters and stuff, and like they have the octopus exhibit and stuff, like octopi, octopuses or octopi, I don't know.
It's octopuses. It's octopuses.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Actually,
Positive.
Octopuses sound weird. I don't know. It just sounds weird.
I think it's just octopus.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like it was sick and just like I don't know. I like being underwater and stuff, and I don't know. It was nice to be sedated too. I didn't get to get drunk before I went to the aquarium in elementary school. Something I kind of wanted to do.
You were drunk.
Not like uber drunk.
Oh.
It was awesome.
She obviously seemed really into this too.
Yeah, I mean, I thought so. I mean, she was having a great old time. We're giggling and laughing, or yeah. I mean, it was a great time. It was one of the chillest, most awesome dates I've ever had, honestly.
So what
Brooke,
did you do?
You can't make fun of the way he
Yeah,
talks
seriously.
because of anybody
At
in
least-
this room.
He's
What are
used
you
current
talking
words,
about?
at
Yeah.
least,
He
words that
hasn't-
are still relevant in 2013.
Chillest is not a current word.
He just made chillest up. I've never heard that before in my life. But the other ones I've heard before. At least he's not going to, we raise the roof until,
Listen.
So
Okay, I do say that still, and don't judge me, all right? It's an awesome phrase.
how'd your date end?
It could have ended better, I guess.
she didn't want to get another drink. Unfortunately, I was seeing if she wanted to grab a few more, but yeah. And then she gave me this like whack ass side hug, and then like left.
Man, a whack ass side hug.
David,
I mean, like, it was a first date, and I'm hoping she's just kind of a quiet girl. That's what she seemed like. And since that evening, I've texted her and called her a bunch of times. She messaged me back once, just saying that she was busy, and she'd hit me up later. And of course, she never did.
David, do you do a lot of listening on your date, or just mostly talking?
I get excited easily. So I
Okay.
guess sometimes I can get carried away with my convos because I just kind of start yapping. But like, I'm older now. I realize this is my habit. So
Yeah.
David
I'm
sounds
a good listener. I listened a lot. I learned so much about her. It was sick.
Yeah. David sounds like every guy I've ever dated, which really worries me.
All right, David.
Yeah, David.
You're gonna call.
We're
We're gonna.
to say is that I'm assuming you're talking a little snacks right there. But what's wrong with that? Like, I just like I don't know. I like to do sports and stuff. Like, she didn't really get that.
Okay, David.
But I mean, I dig animals.
All
I
right.
like animals, hence the aquarium. I tried to like make it work, I did everything I possibly could.
Okay, David. We're gonna play a song. Come back and get your second date update. All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, just hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email us, brookeandjubal@moving925.com. We will call the person who didn't call you back like we're about to do for Dave. Dave emailed us about Mandy. He stalked her on Facebook. She agreed to a date with him. He went out for some drinks and took her to the aquarium and got an awkward side hug at the end of the evening.
I believe that was a whack-ass side hug.
Whack-ass side hug,
I mean,
yeah.
I just want you to get it correct.
That's how his date ended. He hasn't heard from her in a week or so. David, I was just looking over your email. You tried to buy her a gift at the gift shop?
Yeah, totally. So she could, have a little memory of the awesome, aquarium time we had. I don't know.
That's nice. Cute. That's awesome.
Yeah, what were you trying to buy her?
Oh, one of those, cute little, stuffed animal sea otter things. Who doesn't like a sea otter? They're so freaking cute.
What? Why?
Agree. I agree, David.
Why didn't you get it for her?
I saw the face that she gave me, when I offered it to her, and it kind of made me sad. I was like, I'm probably not the best thing.
She didn't want it? Yeah, I know. That sounds awesome. If I went on a date and someone bought me a sea otter, I'd be thankful.
Yeah. Thank you. Exactly, bro.
You sure you want to call her?
Whatever.
She sounds like a terrible person.
She sounds like a seal hater.
It is what it is.
All right, here we go. We're going to call her, okay?
All right, sick.
Hello,
Hey, can I speak to Mandy, please?
this is she.
Mandy, this is the Seattle Aquarium calling. You recently visited our lovely establishment?
Yeah. Why were you calling?
Well, we're missing a sea otter from the gift shop and wondering if you might be the culprit.
What?
This is actually Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm fine. What's going on?
I like how they went from weird to weird again.
Yeah. What's going on is you recently went on a date with a guy named David to the Seattle Aquarium, right?
Yes.
And David wants to go out with you again. He liked you a lot, but he's wondering why you won't answer his phone calls.
Okay.
Is there any particular reason why you don't want to see David again?
Well, Ty came across as a D-bag to me and seems to talk a lot.
Yes. Oh, he
A
talks
little bit.
so much, and he has so much energy, but he seems like, he's sincere.
It's good intentions.
Well, not so much on the date.
What were some of the highlights or lowlights of the date? I'm wondering what a date with David is like.
Sick, raw.
He bought me shots
Yeah.
on a first date, and I thought, why is he trying to liquor me up?
Wait, did you take the shots though, Mandy? I mean, did you drink with them and have a good?
I did, because it was just mine. He's like, shot, take it, come on. I'm just like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, well, I might as well be drunk during this.
Take it and then let's go check out the bivalves over at the aquarium. This would be awesome. So you didn't like the fact that he was trying to do shots at dinner. You didn't like going to the aquarium because I figured that would be a good place to take a date.
Here's the thing, the aquarium, at first, it seemed like a cute idea. But when we got there, he is so drunk that he goes up to the octopus thing and starts humping the window.
Again,
Okay.
sounds like a fun date to me.
Oh my
Mandy,
God.
I mean, you went out on a date with a guy that stalked you on Facebook. Were you really shocked by all this?
I don't know. You seem nice on Facebook, and it's always nice to be told you're pretty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My big question for you is, why would you turn down a gift at the gift shop?
He asked me if I wanted to gift the gift shop. I'm just like, no, that's fine. So he pulls out a gift from his pocket. It's a locket with a picture of me in my bikini. A picture he must have gotten on Facebook.
What?
And his face on the other side.
No.
It was mainly my chest.
Okay.
No.
This just got creepy.
Wait, no. Can I just say something? I'm sorry. Hey, Mandy, what up? Sorry, what up?
What up?
Mandy, that's David. He was actually listening the whole time.
Oh, weird, David.
No, I was just trying to be funny because, like, I thought it was just going to be like a thing, like talking smack on it. I wasn't trying to like be creepy or anything. I'm sorry if it was. Like, what's weird about that?
Everything is weird.
There are so many levels of weird.
It's a bikini. I see bikinis all the time.
Not helping, David.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right? Yo, and who doesn't like to get faded before the aquarium? Like, I like getting faded. What's wrong with that?
Faded.
Is it something you do often, David?
Well, sometimes on like Taco Tuesdays or something, I'll have like some tequila, but you know, in general, I wait until Thursday or Friday.
How old
You don't have to
are
wait.
you? How old are you, David?
Well, I'm 24.
Yeah. Hey, and Brooke, fun like that never has to stop. David sounds like he's doing the right thing.
You go to
No,
work truck, you go to
Yeah,
aquarium.
it's fine. So
Mandy.
you pulled out a picture of her in a locket of her in a bikini. You can see why she wouldn't want to go out with you, right?
Not at all, because I thought it was like a nice, kind gesture, and I was hoping there'd be like a cute little sea otter locket thing there that I could put that picture in,
Dude.
and it'd be even more funny.
David, there is a reason why you left that information out when you were talking to us.
No way! And what's wrong with humping an octopus? Obviously, not like I'm serious. I'm not like trying to get off humping an octopus. I just was like being a
Wow.
Yeah, he actually went by the sea otters and tried to hump them too and French kiss them. So.
Oh my gosh.
It sounds like a fun time. I want to go out with him.
I'd
Yeah.
love to hump some octopi.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Just screws out with me because obviously Mandy didn't take it, and like obviously we'd have a good time, bro. So maybe we can be wingmen and go rage it.
All right. That sounds like a plan to me. Hey, Mandy.
Oh my God. Mandy,
Before
I'm
I agree to
sorry.
going out with David, I do have to ask you this. Would you like to go on a second date with David? We will pay for it.
I don't think so.
Give him another shot. He was just having a good time.
It's okay. It's fine. I'll pass.
Aw, man.
Whatever.
Really?
It's chill. I mean, it's no big deal. I get it.
David, you at least you got a wingman out of the whole thing.
Right?
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, bro. Like, you get me.
Yeah.
You're freaking awesome, man. This is why I listen to you guys all the time. Like, you guys make sense to me.
See?
No one else makes sense, or I guess I don't make sense to them. I don't know.
And I'm proud that we're the only people that make sense to you.
This is
I'm
why-
proud of that.
This is what I worry about with our show. I just want to let you know that.
David,
Yep.
sorry you didn't get the second date, man.
Dude, bro, it's not the end of the world. It's okay. Obviously, Mandy's kind of lame and does not have a good time, so
David.
move on to the next one, bro.
On to the
You know
next
what I mean? And I don't even know if Mandy's still there. If she is, sorry. Maybe I'll see you around and I won't have to talk to you next time. You'll be up having a good time at the end of the bar and you'll be over there in your quiet space.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.